Finish up with Joe Matarese, and we got some voicemails. Joe Matarese, of course, as you know, has been doing this thing lately that I find, I don't know if fascinating is the word. Exhausting might be a better word for it. Yeah. Because he's literally decided that his target audience for his comedy stylings and his social media are his classmates from high school. And no one else. New Jersey. and nobody else. No, everything right. is a reference.
Shame on me. Cherry Hill, New Jersey is too broad. You're right. Specifically, the people that were in high school, I'll give him more than his classmates. If you were in high school the same decade that he was, or a 5-year window, maybe.
Right. Yeah. If you were a sophomore when he was a junior.
Right. Exactly.
then yeah, maybe you'll relate to this.
Fine.
And it's funny because I'll quick reveal. Coming up, it's not only Cherry Hill, New Jersey high school. I guess there was an east and a west, and she has to be at one of those.
You're on the east side of town, and yeah,
you have to be at one of those to get any of this. Well, good news. He's found a way to expand his target audience with this man on the street interview.
I had just started my run along.
I guess I didn't copy the right. I guess I didn't copy the right link. You know, it's always funny to me when I set something up perfectly, even though I'm wildly distracted by this game. There's a challenge at the call stands. All right, he's out at the play. Anyway, here's the video.
Oh, we should talk to this guy. I was just thinking, like, what in Cherry Hill, New Jersey is similar to something in New Rochelle, New York.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like an alien.
This is so crazy. So he's got up on the screen. It says New Rochelle versus Cherry Hill. Now, New Rochelle, I guess.
Pizza where you're from?
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's expanding out his target audience to one other town. Hey guys, maybe you're not from Cherry Hill, but are you from New Rochelle? No, not that one either.
Did you guys try to fuck girls in your high school too?
You guys ever drive fast cars and listen to music on a cassette tape? Yeah.
And this guy grew up in New Rochelle, New York. His name's Artie. He lives a couple doors down from me. Like we had a bar called Enchante that everybody went to in the 80s, and it was the spot. Enchante. You had the mullet, and you went.
Yeah, we remember.
What did they have in New Rochelle?
North Avenue.
Was there a certain bar? What was the best one?
Well, there's Characters and Gary's Barleycorn and
Gary's Barleycorn?
I worked there. I was a bartender.
That sounds wacky. Let's hear more about that. It's got a silly name. I'm sure you've got a lot of great stories about that place.
Whoever's doing the editing for this, I assume it is Joe Matarese, he even found a picture of the front of this bar and posted it in this part of the
good, because I was like, I don't even know if this place exists, Joe.
No, it's real.
Yeah. And a bouncer. Yeah, I threw Kevin Dillon out of there once.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have my hand held.
Well, it's her. Yeah, I know how to work with my
You threw Kevin Dillon from Entourage out of there? What happened?
Well, he was nothing. I don't know. He's being very go.
There it was. Man
Even
on the
this
street,
guy.
Joe Matarese.
Oh, Jesus. There it was. Even this guy is unenthused. He's like, I don't know. Kevin Dillon was acting up. I threw him out.
Well, this is what's crazy to me. So to Joe, he's like, wow, we got a scoop right here. This is a story. This guy actually had an interaction with a celebrity, and I'm talking to this guy. Joe Matarese used to be on the Howard Stern show. He was on WTF with Mark Maron. He was on America's Got Talent. He was on Letterman. And I was talking to his neighbor about a time that he told Kevin Dillon to leave the establishment.
That's a good point.
What the fuck is going on, Joe? What happened to you?
And then for Joe, like, sort of satisfied with himself to say, there it is. Man on the street.
I nailed it,
I've finally done it. Like, if you do man on the street stuff, you have to talk to like a bunch of people, and often it doesn't work. You don't just go to your neighbor's house and hey, you were alive in 1986. What was that like?
Yeah, we've talked about this. We've talked about this before, but like Ryan Long's the best at this.
Great.
And the reason why he's the best at it is because he probably talks to 100 people, and then the video he puts out on YouTube is 4 of them. And they're all hilarious.
There are probably 10,000 videos funnier than that Ryan Long has deleted.
Right, that's what I mean. He's just like, this isn't good enough. I'm not going to put this up here. Joe Matarese, you suck. You stink at this, man. Stop it. Don't stop it. Never stop it.
Don't stop. Yeah.
All right. One of the things I love about Joe Matarese, and we just saw it there, but here's another example. He's always reminiscing about the past. And he wants to know, what's the difference between when I grew up and when these kids today?
Yeah, it's funny because as much as we make fun of him, 2025 is different than 1985.
Yeah, because he used to play wiffle ball in the backyard. If you hit the house, that's a triple, and it goes over the house, that's a home run. The kids today, do they know that?
What do they play, Fortnite, these kids?
They know wiffle ball rules?
Yeah.
Let's find out what else he's thinking about up in that noggin of his that's highly medicated and boring as fuck.
I was just wondering if bullies in 2025 have sayings like they did when I grew up in South Jersey, Cherry Hill, exit 4 by the water tower. One of them in Cherry Hill, this was a saying, and I think in like 5th grade it made me cry when someone did this. A bunch of people at once just started singing, "He can dish shit out, but he can't take it." Remember that one? He can dish it out,
I didn't go to your school.
but he can't take it. Oh, there was no more hurtful saying. Couldn't do anything but cry. In the modern day times, 2025, what do your bullies say when they're bullying?
I haven't watched Red Bar in a while. I'm not sure, Joe.
Mike, I couldn't help myself. I commented on this clip. I'm scrolling down and showing my comment. It says, "You would know exactly what we say if you didn't stop podcasting."
Okay.
From who are these podcasts? I watched these videos where he's talking about like when he was a kid and what happened. I swear this man would murder his children for a time machine.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to do is go back to 1984.
He loves the 80s.
That's all he wants in life is just to be back there again.
And not to pick it apart too much, but that's not a saying that he described. That's like saying, I knew a guy who went to baseball games and his catchphrase was, "Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks." It's like, no, it's
Right.
it's not a saying that they had.
Well, what was the thing he was talking about when the batter was up? They were so cruel because they'd all say, sink in.
Sink in, yeah.
Sink in, sink in. They just yell that over and over again. Sink in. I'm like, Mike and I are both like, we've never heard that.
That's a Jersey thing.
I guess, but can you come up with a couple other things people would have said, like swing batter and easy out, like whatever?
That was the thing, is like he's taking old like Brian Regan bits and worsening them.
Right. All right, well, let's hear more about how the times have changed. This is a little skit he put together where he's talking to himself, but one of him is the younger version of himself.
Yes.
Or maybe his son, I don't know.
This sketch is starring Joe Matarese and Joe Matarese.
Take it away, boys.
Hey, Dad, I love cornhole. It's always been my favorite game to play in the backyard. I'm curious, what was your favorite game to play in your backyard when you were growing up?
I'd probably say lawn darts.
By the way, that's a question that no one's ever asked. I'm curious. What was your favorite game growing up?
What's
I play
really
with
sad
G.I.
is-
Joes. What do you play with?
I would put it at 99% certainty his son turned down to this role of the son. He definitely asked his kid to be part of this. And he was like,
So
"No."
sad. No, Dad, we're not close like that.
Backyard when you were growing up?
I'd probably say lawn darts.
I never even heard of that.
Probably because they outlawed it like many years ago.
Why'd they outlaw it?
I don't know. I remember some crap that people thinking it was dangerous for kids to throw these sharp, heavy steel darts. They would hurl them in their yards. Bunch of crap.
Wow, Dad, kids are really now.
Yep. Very true, son. You know what? Remind me tomorrow to start building those ramps that I told you I was going to build so you can get your bike going really fast and jump over really high stuff. We can even put your friends in there and lay them down on the ground.
What was the punchline? That ramps exist?
Yeah, because kids don't do that anymore, and they used to be, daredevils and stuff. And
I'm certain they do, by the way.
Probably.
You're telling me fucking BMX or whatever doesn't exist? Like, there's no competitive bike tricks or any of that shit? I'm sure it exists.
You know what I was offended by in this video? The lack of effort that Joe Matarese puts into this. So he's doing one of these like guy talking to himself, and I've seen a lot of these videos. It work really well.
Yeah.
This is how low level effort this is. The son that he's playing has a baseball cap on backwards, and the dad has his baseball cap on normally.
That's symbolic of aging and maturing over time. I think that was very pivotal to this, to make people think.
So I guess the message is that like things used to be more dangerous for children when he was growing up.
And you used to be cool and laid back and turn your
And those were the good times when children were doing things that were more dangerous and they could hurt
Yeah.
themselves easier. Those were the good times. Okay.
I wish we could go back to no seatbelts in cars. We didn't have airbags like fucking pussies.
Yes. You know, my dad used to beat the shit out of me when I got out of line. You kids have it too easy.
No blacks allowed.
This is fucking insane. All right. Well, speaking of violence,
Hey, I'm waiting here for public transportation, Metro North, going into New York City. It's hard now to take public transportation without somehow thinking of violence, right? Violence comes into your head. And I was just
I mean, I could see
Feels like
this,
a reach, but where are you going, Joe?
I could see someone wanted to punch this guy. This man's 62 years old. He's talking to his phone on the platform, waiting for the train to go. I'd be like, look at this fucking loser.
Joe's setups are all right. This is a circuitous route, but where are we going?
your head. And I was just thinking this. I grew up in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
You grew up in Cherry Hill, New Jersey? Did you ever talk about that?
You should put that in your act.
Yeah, I had no idea. Okay.
All right. No violence, barely, right? I was thinking about this. Even when we had fights in high school, no one punched each other in the face. No one had knives. No one had guns. No one had weapons. All we did is
Those didn't
push.
exist in 1987. They weren't invented yet.
What I think he's losing here is that Cherry Hill is a very affluent neighborhood.
Yeah.
As a suburb of Philadelphia. It's like where the rich people live.
That's so what?
And Joe's whole thing is just like, yeah, man, things were different when I was growing up. Like, no one fought because we all were like millionaires and had lots of cool shit. So there were no problems. I don't know if you're getting the grittiness that you're trying to get to here.
This is such a wild, it is like a privileged thing to say.
Yes.
To be like, I noticed, like if I was like, I noticed I grew up in East Long Meadow and there were no knife fights. And then
Right, yeah.
if you go to fucking Dorchester, there were knife fights. It was crazy.
I didn't see a knife fight until that Thriller video from Michael Jackson. Like, what are these guys doing over here? Wow. That was dangerous.
No one had guns. No one had weapons. All we did is push. Remember that? Cherry Hill East? Maybe you went to West? No one punched.
That's the most insane part of any video I've ever seen from Joe Matarese. Do you remember that Cherry Hill East? Maybe you went to West. Maybe we didn't grow up in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It's very possible.
Joe in the writer's room is like, but I don't know if they pushed in West Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
You're right. And
I want this to be authentic.
so I was thinking about this. The reveal when we found out that a bunch of people that Aaron Imholt used to work with sit around on Friday afternoons and watch This Little Piggy and laugh at us laughing at Aaron. I went, wow, that's really cool. Do you think it's possible that Joe Matarese's former classmates from Cherry Hill East they have a text thread going? They're like, holy shit, look at this latest one he put out. What a fucking loser. They're getting together at each other's houses and watching these. Like, holy shit.
There's got to be, right? Because if someone from my high school had 4 porcelain documentaries made about them, we'd be talking about it, me and my friends.
It's a very good point. You're right.
Maybe you went to West? No one punched. They just pushed. Just pushed. And then all you had to do to get him to stop was go, hey, lay off, man. Lay off. I got an older brother. Fight was over. Let's bring lay off back. What a great word.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone with an older brother had never fell into a life of crime. There's not a single younger brother in prison now.
It doesn't make any sense at all. I can't believe he's doing this. I can't believe that this is what he's doing for content now.
I don't know
crazy.
who he thinks it appeals to. Even if it appeals to everyone he went to high school with, what's the upside of that?
I'm trying to reach 327 people right now.
Probably
Cool.
less, because some of them are just naturally dead. He's almost 60.
Or not on TikTok. I imagine a large percentage of them are not on TikTok.
That's also a good point, yeah. Go to blindmike.net for Blind Mike, or go to whoarethese.com for Carl, and make sure you subscribe to both channels, or there will be no banter.